Thank you for joining us for the Berlin Green Investment Summit. I'm very, very happy to have you here. We have brought together for the fifth time now the institutional investor side, large pension funds, large insurance companies, which are looking to invest capital with positive impact on the environment. Stephanie Pfeiffer will greet us in a second. The tonic investment community. We just had a little breakout session with Adam Bedell, the CEO. We have the new CEO for Europe here, Canini, in a second. The tonic investment community was started by Charlie Kleisner and his wife Lisa. And Charlie had written the operating system for the iPad and the iPhone, the Mac, for Steve Jobs. And Charlie recently has had cancer. And to overcome this very aggressive form of cancer, he said, I will now write the new operating system for the world. And he invites us all to write the new operating system where we look at risk, return, and impact. We're very happy to say that Charlie is healthy, and Lisa is healthy, and they're with us in spirit, and they will be with us physically. Additionally, we have the Stiftung 2 Grad, inspired by our chancellor, to bring together the leading German businesses committed to get to 2 degrees, no more than 2 degrees warming. The Tagesspiegel has been at the heart of helping us to come together. I'm sure I'm missing someone. The Potsdam Institute of Climate Change has always provided great content, and we're very lucky to have a keynote speaker today in the form of Mr. Rockstrom, who's told us about planetary boundaries many times. The reason you're here today, or we are here today, is to finally to take action. The motto of Tonic is less talk, more action. Last night I had the pleasure of being with Mr. Schäuble, the former Minister of Finance of Germany, and Mr. Oettinger, the EU Commissioner, and they come from a part of Germany called Schwabia. And the location of the meeting was one which was interesting. A woman had just been elected for the first time ever to lead the Business Society of Germany, Wirtschaftsrat, which is close to the CDU, the Conservative Party. And she gave the following speech to the head of the Conservative Party. Dear Miss Annegret AKK, there's this huge movement of people out there. A little girl in Sweden, thank you to Sweden, started sitting outside alone and say, I don't want to put up with more climate. And now we have people all over the world demonstrating every Friday. My 6-year-old, 10-year-old, 14-year-old, all going out there. And the world has shifted thanks to this great movement. The Green Party, the Liberal Party, the CDU, the SPD, everybody's now talking about the crisis of carbon. And finally, it's moving. So this lady is just elected the new position, head of the most powerful business association in the most powerful country in the most powerful economy of 500 million people in the European Union. And what does she say? With regard to climate change, Ms. Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer, I urge you, please, what do you think? Do nothing. Yes, take a deep breath and do nothing. No need to take any urgent action. This was the key message yesterday at the largest business association in Germany. So I was very happy to have the opportunity to talk to Mr. Oettinger and Mrs. Schäuble privately and say, I think it's time to act. And we are acting. And the most important message I want you to know today, there's absolutely no way we're going to be stopped anymore. We used to be impact investors. That used to be 5 of us in the room, 5 which are the next panelists, and 5 which are next panel. That was it. Now at the Berlin the Berlin Super Return Summit even, you have thousands of people listening to impact investors. Sir Ronald Cohen is saying the new normal will be risk, return, and impact. With social media available, nobody will accept anymore to have money made if you are killing people in the process. It's over, it's finished. Sir Ronald Cohen calls it the impact revolution. It's happening as sure as the tech revolution. My favorite number, and I didn't show a slide because Tom said I could do without. Please, please keep the numbers in mind. From when the feed-in tariff in Germany started in 2000, it was 70 cents per kilowatt hour to produce solar power. Over 16 years, it was crazy to invest in this because you were depending on German citizens paying this extra money to the investors. But since 2016, it costs now 2 cents per kilowatt hour in Dubai. The equivalent is $4 per barrel. We're 1/10 or 1/15 the price of oil. There's no way renewables will be stopped. There's no way electric cars will be stopped. It makes commercial sense. And even the Minister of Pension of the UK yesterday gave a speech and said, "Dear pension managers in the UK, I oblige you to invest with positive impact on solving the climate crisis because it's a moral requirement, because it makes financial sense." He says it will give you higher market returns. And by the way, we will sue you. We have people in this room who have filed the lawsuits against the Dutch government and will file the lawsuits against members of the governments of this country because they swear, "I will protect the German people from any harm." Well, if you take that oath and you do not take action on climate change, as we learned today, when the people on the street, the scientists, the economists, the financial guys, everybody says the same thing, then you'll be personally liable. The good news is we can do a lot of good, make a lot of money, and have a lot of fun. And that's what we'll do today from now onwards. With which I pass to Stephanie Pfeiffer, who is the CEO, the classmate of my wife at Oxford, and has built an amazing organization. Stephanie has come from an NGO with herself, me, myself, and I, to having called 29 trillion worth of asset managers, 29 trillion worth, for a letter to the G7 to finally take action. Stephanie, over to you. Thank you. Welcome, Stephanie.